All right, so let's work on writing our own absolute value inequality with a word problem, a more real-life example. Okay, so members of the debate team are traveling to a tournament where they will stay in a hotel for 4 nights. The total cost for each member must be within $20 of $175. Which of the hotels shown can they consider? So what we're seeing with the hotel room costs, this is what it costs per person, but per night. And we are staying for 4 nights, but we're going to go ahead and use the information up here, get an answer, and compare it to these hotels to see which ones are possibilities for what the debate team can spend on this. So the total cost for each member must be within $20 of $175. So we're going to rewrite that in words. What that's really saying is the difference between the total cost and 175 is less than or equal to $20. We're going to just translate that into an inequality. So if we're saying that the total cost has to be within $20 of 175, so the difference between the total cost and 175, how close is it to 175? That difference has to be less than or equal to 20. So this is going to be set up as what we're paying each night. We're staying 4 nights, so 4 times every night at the hotel. That's the total cost right there, 4x. We're finding the difference between that and 175, so minus 175. We do need this to be a positive difference, so we're going to throw absolute value bars on that. We want the difference between the total cost and 175 to be less than or equal to $20. Now that we have this as an absolute value inequality, we can solve this. Now, remember, in the last video, we talked about absolute value bars, the distance to 0 being less than or equal to 20. So to get distances that are smaller, we're going to turn this into an and inequality. So all that we're going to do is we're going to take the absolute value bars off. 4x minus 175 is less than or equal to 20. That part stays the same. And we take our 4x minus 175, and here's where we make 2 changes. We're going to flip our inequality and change the sign of our 20. So we're going to say is greater than or equal to negative 20. Let's solve each of these separately. So this one, add 175 first. So 4x is less than or equal to 195. Divide both sides by 4. And x is less than or equal to 48.75. I'm going to carry down the word and then let's go ahead and solve this. We're going to add 175 to both sides here. 4x is greater than or equal to 155. We'll divide by 4 and we get x is greater than or equal to 38.75. So the cost of our hotel that we can spend has to be less than or equal to 475, but greater than equal to, or 48.75, but greater than or equal to 38.75. So if you look at your 3 hotels, which hotel falls within this range? What's less than 48.75? Well, Hotel C is not less than or equal to 48.75, so that's too expensive. We can't afford that. But it also has to be greater than or equal to 38.75. So Hotel A is greater than or equal to that, and Hotel B. So we actually have 2 hotels that we could stay at. So the debate team can consider Hotel A, and they can consider Hotel B. right, so we have kind of an extension question here. We've got our debate team still. They're traveling to a tournament. They will stay in a hotel for 4 nights. The total cost for each member must be within $20 of $200 now. Last time we had $175. Will they be able to afford a new hotel, Hotel D, at $55 per night? So we're going to set up our inequality. The difference between the total cost, which is 4 times our total cost, or our cost of the hotel each night, the difference between that and $200, because they're always saying that we have to be within $200 or within $20 of $200. So we want that difference to be less than or equal to $20. So we stay within $20 of that. All right, again, absolute value bars, less than. We want that distance to 0 to be less than. That's going to be an and inequality. And then we can rewrite this as a compound. So when we rewrite it, we just take the bars off. 4x minus 200 is less than or equal to 20. And we rewrite the 4x minus 200. And here's where we make 2 changes. Greater than or equal to, and then negative 20. And then we solve each one. We'll add 200 to both sides. So 4x is less than or equal to 220. Divide by 4. X is less than or equal to 55. And this is, remember, X is representing our cost per night. So add 200 over here. We have 4x is greater than or equal to 180. Divide by 4. X is greater than or equal to 45. Actually, I'm going to write that over here. Okay, so the cost that we can spend $45 or more, greater than or equal to 45, or we can spend $55 or less than or equal to 55. Can they afford Hotel D at $55 per night? Because we can spend less than or equal to $55, that would be a yes. They can stay at Hotel D as another option. Hotel D. There we go.